Hello and welcome to Nancy's Craft Room. I had a request for an album for a man, and so I made one. And I used 49 and Market Rust and Rev. I also used some gear charms from Graphic 45 that I had in my stash, and I used 49 Market's epoxy stickers, and I used their 6x8 pad. And I don't think I used the 12 by 12. I may have used the 12 by 12 for a couple things. And then, so the album is 6.5 by 8.5, and it has a 2-inch spine, and it has 3 signatures. So let's look at this album. Always with my ribbon closure. I always reinforce my ends with fray check, like I always tell you guys, and that keeps it from unraveling there. So in the first page we have a pocket, and then I used a Graphic 45 tag to put in the pocket. And then on the next page we have another pocket, and I made a photo booklet. And I just love the papers. I think 49 Market is one of my favorite. Them and Paper Rose are probably my favorite paper makers. So I just put some, I also have their chipboard ephemera, and so I put some of those on. And also their enamel dots. And then, let's see. Okay, and then over here, I'm gonna make sure I don't have extra packages. Okay, over here we have another pocket, another photo booklet. Here we go. Plenty of room for photos, and there's always room for more things in the pockets. That's how I design these, so that you can put as much stuff in them as you want. And over here I used the loaded pocket die from Scrap Diva Designs, and it's adorable. And I made it a little bit more shallow because it usually it sticks out a little bit further, but I just cut it down and made it a little bit more shallow. But I've also got some Graphic 45 charms from my stash. And then I believe I got some of this stuff on Amazon just to decorate. And then I made some tags. So we have a tag here that we can do journaling on the back. And then I made this tag with journaling on the back. And then I made another tag with journaling on the back. And for these tags, I got this We Are Makers tab punch, and I really like it. So you can make 1.5, 2, or 2.5 inch wide punches on here. And it's just really handy because you can make them whatever length you want. And I just rounded the corners with my corner rounder that I have. So there's that pocket. And you could also put a picture in here if you want to. And then on this side, I put a pocket, another charm. And I have lots of gold epoxy dots that I use. I use gold and silver in a lot of things. And then this opens, and you can use these as photo mounts. You can put photos here. Another pocket with another photo booklet, and you can put a lot more things in the pocket. And then over here I have a page that opens, but on the front has a belly band. And look at that really pretty charm. Isn't that fun? I love it. I do believe this is from, no, I believe that's from Amazon. Okay. And then I put another Graphic 45 tag here in the belly band. And you open this up, and there's a pocket inside with another charm and another photo booklet. Lots of room for photos. And then over here, let me get this in the camera view. Over here is another place for photo mat. And then everything closes with magnets, because you know I'm a magnet lover. Okay, then we're going to turn the page, and then we're going to open the page again, and you have 2 photo mats here. And then on this side we have a belly band with more charms and another photo mat right here, and it opens for photos. These are for 4x6 photos. All these photo mats are for 4x6 photos. And then over here, I made my cute pocket. There's a tutorial on my website about making this pocket, and you can make it to fit any size you want. And I just put a graphic 45 regular tag in here. Okay, right there. And then more epoxy dots from their collection. Another charm right there. And that's the end. And I love this album, and I hope they love it too. I'm going to get it in the mail today. You guys have a wonderful day.